Caitlin Clark's season-ending injury could dampen the Indiana Fever's playoff hopes. In Indianapolis, Scripps News Group anchor Brad Brown explains what it means for Clark and her season, and for the rest of the team's playoff chances. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark will be out for the remainder of the season due to a groin injury. Clark's injury dates back to July 15th, just before the WNBA All-Star break. It was quickly announced that Clark was sitting out that game, but a full decision regarding the rest of her season didn't come until September. In Indianapolis, Scripps News Group anchor Brad Brown explains what it means for Clark and her season, and for the rest of the team's playoff chances. The surprise level of this announcement doesn't seem to be too high, because the fact is she's been out for the better part of the past 6 weeks with no real sign that anything was going to be imminent for return. This just kind of gives everything some finality that the Fever can get on with the waiting game and get moving on to this final push of the regular season to try and make the playoffs, he said. The WNBA, just as a whole, has become a more physical league in 2025. And I think the collective of the wear and tear of a pro basketball season, Brown said. Clark came into training camp with a bit of a quad injury. She fought off a couple other leg injuries and another brain injury throughout May and June before we even got to July. And the serious one that ended her season. So it's a yes to a certain extent. But the fact is that there are just a lot more injuries in the league this season. Now the Fever are looking at the last few games of their regular season and a slim possibility of making it into the playoffs. They're still in the battle for that 8th and final playoff spot right now. Indiana is just ahead of Los Angeles. The Fever are going to need to win 1 or 2 of their last 3 games just to get in. And then the daunting task becomes for that number 8 seed to play Minnesota, the very best team in the league all season long, in the playoffs, Brown said. Just to make the playoffs will be a massive accomplishment for this team. To make any kind of a run would certainly be an upset, a Hoosiers-type upset, if you will, here in Indianapolis. But they're certainly focused on this game tonight against Chicago, trying to get this win and just get in the playoffs and then have the opportunity to participate in the postseason.